Hello, hello. Okay, there we are. That was weird. Let me turn that down just a little. Okay, hello. Sorry about that, everyone. Forgot to bring my mic over because I forgot I just don't have that in front of me. Um, Hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good day. As you can tell by the title, I am working on my next Uncharted video. I recorded the thing the other day, the green screen voiceover, and now I am editing it. And I just like to show behind the scenes, uh, see so that way people can see how the sausage gets made and stuff. And yeah. Oh, I guess I can like make a post on YouTube that I'm live. I'm new to the whole like YouTube posts thing because I'm used to it just being a video website. Create post. Um, Live now. Editing the next. If I can spell Uncharted video. Will let me do it? Yes. Okay. That's a great thumbnail. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So we are live. Let's bring up the editing page. Here we are. I need to be more in frame. Oop. Actually, let me just. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I guess I have that new thing up now as well. Um, Lower that a little. There we go. Especially when I like hunch over because I'm going to. I keep looking over to the side here because this is where my big monitor is. Um, there we go. Now I can like, woo, now it's all weird. But now it like looks like I'm actually looking at camera when I'm looking at myself. Yeah, I look in frame. Cool. Nope, make big, make big. Boop. Okay, cool. Here we are. Yeah, let's just get to it. So as you can see, I already have the green screen. Getting a call from Florida, but it's not being marked as spam. I'm gonna screen it just in case. As you can see, I've already done like the green screen part of it, and I've already done the first little bit of chapter 6 here, and I'll just be, they didn't leave a message, so whatever. I hope to get through chapter 6, the rest of chapter 6, which is just from here to here, this marker. Or I guess, technically there or whatever. This marker is going to be messed up too now. Is kind of difficult for some reason. My strategy, chapter 9. Chapter 9 doesn't start all that. Okay, so this one starts here. Where is this one? Because this whole chapter really just feels like a lot. Eventually, I do make it though. I have no idea how, mind you, and I skip the cutscene. Okay, so this is chapter 8. Where is chapter 7? Then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to aim to take out. It's over here. My first strategy. Die. There you go. Okay. There we are. So this is start of chapter 6, and I've already done, up to this point. This is the rest of chapter 6. This is when chapter 7 starts. But then look at how short chapter 7 is. Chapter 7 is super short, so I feel like if I just bang out all of chapter 6, then like I'll just have the momentum to just like finish the last 10% into chapter 7. And then chapter 8 is fine. Breaking any records. Still, to me, usual, you have a small puzzle to finish things off. Pull this lever to. Yep. Okay. So chapter 8 and chapter 9 are about equally long here, but chapter 7 is super short. So, and I've already started chapter 6 earlier today. So I feel like hold on, I need to go stop my cat. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Our kitten has discovered that she can jump on kitchen counters and she knows not to. And so we're at the point where she is like, if she hears us coming, then she immediately jumps off. But so that's just something I'm just listening for. You know what I mean? So sorry about that. So yeah, let's finish chapter 6 because I started chapter 6 earlier, and then I just feel like I can finish out chapter 7. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you got a drink. Hope you got something nice to eat or drink as you join me along. I got what's it called? Ice water, as usual, and yeah. Okay, let's do this. I normally don't do the intros until the end because I usually don't really know what to do for the intros or like how it kind of should look or feel until I've done the rest of the video because the intro is like, you know, what makes the video. It's the first thing that you see, and so therefore it has to have the most amount of like work done to it. But since I haven't done any of the rest of the video yet, I find it hard to just like start with the intro because I don't know how the video is supposed to feel, you know? Um, so I do the intro last because like when I feel like editing, I feel like just like doing the meat and potatoes, you know? Like I like doing all of this chunky business. Doing the detail finagly business of the intro is just something I'm learning. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's why I'm like starting with chapter 6 instead of like starting with the intro. If this is full workshop, we need 45 minutes gameplay down here and notorious gameplay down here. So right now I'm basically just listening to what I say here and then finding that clip in the gameplay and then just putting it in. So it's a lot of just repetition, a lot of kind of boring stuff because you're not able to like do it super quickly. But it's, to me, it's like putting the puzzle together, you know? Oh my God, 2 seconds. I'm back. Sorry. What I heard was my cat had jumped onto the stove, which there's currently mail there because I just got mail and it's for my partner. Um, and so the cat jumped on the stove thinking that it was just stove and then fell and all the mail fell into the ground. Okay. Sorry. We are 10 minutes in. Now we can start editing. Innately. Oh yeah, this is like super loud. Except it totally does. So yeah, all the sound is gonna be super wonky because I do that at the end. That's just easier for me, and it's easier. Hey, ow, for the computer to just do all of it at once instead of trying to keep constantly like readjusting its own ammo. You need to calm down. I don't know what your deal is, but you need to calm down, ma'am. Uh-uh. Okay.
Ha, good pun past me, except it totally does. Once you get past that, though.
Okay, so I need to find when it totally kills me. Go to the side. Alright, well, that worked, I guess. Okay. See, this whole thing is super loud. It's probably be a little difficult now to lower all the volume on it. So I'm sorry if that's just like obscenely loud for y'all. This, it's obscenely loud for me. I'm lowering my volume. Pushes off. Cool. Uh-oh. Nice. So right here. Side. Jump, jump, jump. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's the death that I was talking about. Oh. Jump. There we go. Nope. There we go. Put that in. Let's zoom that way the fuck in. I don't know why that wasn't zoomed in. We don't really need all that audio.
Ha, good pun past me, except it totally does. Once you get past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and.
Yeah, I think we can. Okay. Interesting.
Ha,
Like,
good pun past me, except it totally does.
oh,
Once you get past.
Yeah, okay. That's great.
Past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and find these keys conveniently on some rope for you to get back down. And what you're supposed to do is go to.
So it's like climb a tower, keys, rope. Those are like the key things. I'm hearing. I feel like that's a cool shot. Go, jump. Great. Up, up, climb. Okay. Let's put that in.
Once you get past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and find these keys. To climb up this tower. Up this tower and.
So it's like there.
Once you get past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and.
Yeah, it doesn't really show that, but that's fine at this point.
Find the. So you're able to climb up this tower and.
Oh, of course, that little bit there doesn't end great.
Once you get past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and find these keys.
Okay, keys. Do. Right there.
Excuse me. Yep.
Yo, Cam, what's up? How's
both
it going,
the rope
dude?
and the keys.
So
Don't
glad you
know
could make it in.
how we
So
just
glad
knew
you
that
could
he had
join.
keys, but we do.
If you're still here, I hope I didn't miss you. Oh right, but then I talk about
And
how
let's
long.
go back down. Don't kill me. Thank you.
That would have been bad if that killed me.
Go
Gotta go to this
back
door.
through
Good,
here.
you're doing good. Glad to
and
hear
into
it,
the
dude.
place that says keys.
So I'm just
That's crazy.
unlocking. I'm just editing my next Uncharted video. I'm so glad you could see it or come in for it. There we go. So that's the end of that little bit. It's my third video in the Uncharted series.
Find these keys conveniently on some rope for you to get back down.
That's like the end of that action. How you doing, dude? How's your day been? What all have you been up to? Sorry if I'm not super talkative. I'm just like, you know,
Conveniently on
working,
some rope
but
for you to get
that's
back
why I do
down.
this.
And what you're supposed to do is go to this.
Okay, so that's like the end of that action. I mean, it's not, but like it's the middle of that action.
And what you're supposed to do is go to this door that, again, conveniently has two large keys on it. But I couldn't figure that out as a kid, like years ago. And I remember just like
I'm just
running
gonna like let this
around
play
this
out.
arena for like 30 minutes before figuring that out. I don't know why. Did that happen to any of y'all? Did anyone else also get lost in this section when this game first came out? Let me know in the comments below. Once you do go through the
Okay. So I have like all this time to kill. There we go. Great. So how does this whole thing look?
for you to get back down. And what you're supposed to do is go to this door that, again, conveniently has two.
I think that all looks okay now.
But I couldn't figure that out. As a kid,
Yeah, so right now I'm in the middle of
and I remember
it's been
just,
good, you've been
running
grinding.
around this arena.
What have you been getting? GTA 5, trying to beat the game before GTA 6 comes out. Hey, fair enough, man. Good luck. Good luck. It's a huge freaking game. Funnily enough, I've never played it. I mean not like really played it. I've played it on like friends' accounts or whatever after they've, in like random multiplayer lobbies. But I know that obviously I know it's huge. It came out like fucking 15 years ago or something. Like I remember when it came out. So that's just kind of crazy, I suppose. You're like halfway through and you've got it 4 days ago. Damn, dude. Well, congrats. I hope you're able to beat it. I mean, you probably are at this point, but like I hope you're able to like, actually like play it, not just like do the story, because like I feel like part of it is the multiplayer and like just running around and blowing people up or whatever.
Once you do go through the door, though, you're greeted by the classic Naughty Dog stunt of a long, meaningless hallway with ammo at the end. I wonder what that could lead to. Oh, that's right, more death. Thanks, Turret Guy, for reminding me. I tried rolling.
Okay, so I can cut this. Cut that.
I tried rolling to this first. I tried taking cover, and that.
There you go, and this whole thing.
I tried reminding me. I tried taking cover, and that didn't really work. So I tried taking alternative cover farther back, and that also didn't really work. Eventually, though, I rolled to this first barricade, and that's when I saw a grenade launcher with exactly.
Okay. So we want.
I wonder what that could lead to.
Yeah, that'll be our cut in there. Cool. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying it, dude. I've been playing Dave the Diver recently. It's fun. I suppose it's similar to GTA, but kind of not, I guess. No, it's not really, because GTA is like an open world campaign thing. Dave the Diver is like a roguelike. Well, it's a roguelite really, where you play as a sushi diver, like a fish diver, and you go in, you just like kill a bunch of fish, and then uh, during the day, and then at night you use the fish to run a sushi restaurant. So like how good the sushi restaurant depends on how good of fish you catch, or like how good quality fish you catch, how many fish you catch, and then like obviously if you die in the water, you can't bring any of those fish back, and then you get money to like upgrade your gear to get better fish to get more money, and there's like there's a campaign and stuff. You meet like sea people, not to spoil too much. But I've been playing a lot of that recently. I am almost near the platinum on that. I'm grinding the platinum on that right now. I'm past the campaign stuff. I'm just like trying
Shiny.
to
The hell is she?
Yeah.
past the
Oh, look,
campaign
it's
stuff.
just
I'm just trying to do
casually
clean up and get the rest of
gearing
the
you up
trophies.
before going into an unknown area.
Comments below. Once you do go through the door, though, you're greeted by the classic Naughty Dog stun of a long, meaningless hallway with ammo at the end.
I want that ammo at the end part to like come in here.
Comments below. Once you do go through the door, though, you're greeted by the classic.
It is. It's a fun game. I think it's. I forget if I got it for free because it's part of the PlayStation catalog or whatever, or if I got it at like a 30% discount because of like the PlayStation Plus membership. But either way, you should look into it. It's really not. It's that difficult of a game. I'm not like super interested in fish. Like as you know, I'm not like a fisherman guy, and like he's not like a fisherman. You're not like reeling and whatever. You're like diving and you have like a harpoon and whatever, and you have to like take out sharks and anglerfish and stuff. But you also have to get like seaweed and kelp and like sea grapes and seashells and whatever. But I mean, it's a fun game. It's a good game. I think you'd probably get a kick out of it, just because like they like redo the entirety of Pokemon in the game. Like they create an entire Pokedex for every single fish, and like you gotta collect them all. And the guy who does it is dressed like Ash Ketchum, so like it's very much tongue in cheek. There's a since you're running a sushi restaurant, there's a Gordon Ramsay reference, which is just cool. Yeah, so if you get the chance, I would check it out. But GTA is also a huge and fun game, so I don't blame you if you forget about it or whatever.
I wonder what that could lead to. Oh, that's right, more death. Thanks, turret guy, for reminding me. I tried taking cover and.
Yeah, we can have that all go into. Yeah, yeah. The reference is it's like you can have employees for your for in your sushi restaurant, right? And then you can pay to train them, and it's actually one of the trophies is you have to train an employee to level 20, which is crazy. Because it gets expensive, but like the one of the training animations they have is Gordon Ramsay like with his like white coat on, and he has like the pencil in his ear, and he's like yelling at the employee, and I mean it lasts like 10 seconds or whatever, but it's just funny. It's just cute. So I tried taking cover, and then I tried taking alternative cover.
Eventually, though, I rolled to this first barricade, and that's when I saw a grenade launcher with exactly one round in it, and I knew exactly what to do with that.
Yeah, okay. Tried taking cover. And that doesn't work.
Really work. So I tried taking alternative cover for reminding me. I tried taking cover and that didn't really work. So I tried taking alternative.
Interesting. Okay. Alternative cover. Further back. That also doesn't really do much.
So I tried taking alternative cover farther back and that also didn't really work. So I tried taking alternative.
Yeah, see, like that doesn't, you don't really show.
Cover farther back and that also didn't really work. And that also didn't really work. That also didn't
It's like right there is when I say didn't. So I want to move that to there, do that.
So I tried taking alternative cover farther back and that also didn't really work. Eventually though, I rolled to this first barricade.
And that's when I start the new sentence. When do I roll to the first barricade? No, I got my script pulled up here. It's on 571. Start it there. Do boom. Go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay.
So that becomes the new plan, but I still have no idea how to get through the rest of the enemies that are still coming in. After a few more deaths, I see something shiny coming from this alcove on the right. Still coming in.
Okay, yeah. So I can actually do this for a bit because I'm... Oh, I don't die here for a bit. Okay, well, I guess that's kind of cool. But they don't need to know that. So let's bring this guy in.
Eventually, though, I rolled to this first barricade, and that's when I saw...
Ooh, I could have roll right when
Eventually, though, I rolled to...
Roll is there. Okay. Let's do that. Move that over.
Eventually, though, I rolled...
Okay, where is where is the roll? The roll happens right here. So let's do that.
I rolled to this first barricade.
That is roll. And we can just boop. Boo-doop.
Eventually, though, I rolled to this first barricade, and that's when I saw a grenade launcher with exactly one round in it, and I knew exactly what to do with that.
And then that's when I would say, like, let's go or whatever. Go. Okay.
I'm going... Exactly one round in it, and I knew exactly...
There we go. Okay. Okay, well, actually, screw all of that. I am changing it to go right there. There we go. So that way that leads right there.
Eventually, though,
Because there's no way I can, like...
Oh. Forgot that I still have this. Just as a placeholder. There we go. Okay. And then all of this can come back in right there. There we go. Okay.
So
I'm going to get him.
no idea how to get
I think that's supposed to be the
still
one.
coming in. After a few more deaths, I see something shiny coming from this alcove on
Okay.
the right.
Yep.
Still coming in.
We can do that.
These that are a new plan, but I still have no idea how to get through the rest of the enemies that are still coming in. After a few more deaths,
When do I see something shiny? $5.79. Do.
Looks like there's like a gun that's laying there. I don't know if it's just like random ammo or if it's specifically that like M79 ammo. Come on. Come on.
All right.
What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Ooh, a West 44. Okay. No. All right. That would have been a headshot too. So
Okay. So then I'll just do this roll. Look at that. Look at that screenshot. He is fully committed to that in the air. That's good. Okay. Let's go
what's this?
here.
What's this? What's this? Ooh, a West 44.
after a few more deaths, I see something shiny coming from this alcove on the right, and that's when I realize that it's a fresh West 44. West 44.
Okay, so all of this should be like up here.
Fresh West 44. West 44.
Where is this audio, dude?
Fresh West.
Right there. Okay.
When I realize that it's a fresh West 44, I'm able to rotate between
There we go. Okay.
enemies that are still coming in. After a few more deaths, I see something shiny coming from this alcove on the right, and that's when I realize that it's a fresh West 44. I'm able to rotate between
Cool. So when do I make it? 585. Oh, the next. Okay.
these three weapons to take out the remaining enemies, being sure to use the West 44 at the very end to just like guarantee the end of the arena. Then you go through this hallway.
Cool. Let's zoom that in. Let's go into here. Take that out.
Guarantee the end of the arena. Then you go through this
Cool.
hallway.
All right. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone who's hanging out has had a relaxing day. Where I am, it's currently raining to hell. And there was like some thunder, but it can't make up its freaking mind. Like it is like thundering, and then it is like drizzling, and then there was like just a moment of bright sun, and now it's back to overcast and like kind of raining. So I hope the weather is doing better wherever you are. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone is having a good middle of the week. It is Wednesday after all. Forgot it was Wednesday earlier. But yeah, my day's not been too bad. I'm just editing through my next Uncharted video because it takes me a little bit to edit these things, and I might as well edit with the community, you know? I can edit it just as fine with the camera on as I can with the camera off, so might as well have the camera on and just hang out with everyone. And yeah, so whether you have me on in the background while you're doing a thing, or this is the thing you're doing if you're just eating or something, all that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to get through the rest of this chapter and then hopefully all of chapter 7, because I don't talk a lot about chapter 7 because it is super short. But yeah, I know I'm getting close to the end, because this is like, I just finished this arena and then there's like another wave to it. Okay. I guess I can show like that barrel being blown up. Let's just have all this through the end of the thing. Cool. I know it's like gonna be hella long, but wow. Yeah, but we're almost done with the chapter, so
Aim to take out enemies. I'm able to rotate between these 3 weapons to take out the remaining enemies.
so that's like
Rotate between these 3 weapons.
that's like that, and then I keep forgetting that like I need to actually have good posture when I'm here, when I'm editing, because then you can't see me. When do I use... Do I use the AK at all? No, not really. But I use the West 44 here. So I can just... Beep, beep. There we go.
I'm able to rotate between these 3 weapons to take out the remaining enemies, being sure to use the West 44 at the very end to just like guarantee the end of the arena. Then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to...
Is that it? Do I really like skip all of it? I mean, yeah, I like cut through the whole fucking thing. Yeah, so we can go to there, do that.
Between these 3 weapons to take out the remaining enemies, being sure to use the West 44.
So after I take out that guy, we can skip ahead to here. Yeah, Cam says, you know, this could be an infinite loop because you can edit the video on stream and then edit that video on stream and then on and on and on. Yeah, I suppose I could if I wanted to edit, if I wanted to make a video of me editing, I could edit that and then make that a video. I don't think that would look very good. I don't think that would be terribly entertaining because, I mean, there's a lot of dead space in here and stuff. I'm not, I'm not the most entertaining guy, but I absolutely could. And then I could do another video of that and another video of that and another video of that. On and on and on until I die, I suppose. But then I would never get another Uncharted video done. I'm already slow enough about those. So I'm just going to work on these.
The end of the arena. Then you go...
But that's a fair point. I feel like there are people who probably do that. But I don't know any off the top of my head.
Being sure to use the West 44 at the very end to just like fresh West 44. I'm able to rotate between these 3 weapons to take out the remaining enemies. Being sure to use the West 44 at the very end to just like guarantee the end of the arena. Then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to aim to take out enemies down, which is
Cool.
super cool. And then doubly cool,
That's a short little segment. Collect a bunch of ammo. Run around super fast. Go up here. There's shotgunners. And I still die. That's fine though. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, like right here. Him, okay. Okay.
then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to
Let's skip ahead to that part.
arena. Then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to aim to take out enemies down, which is super cool. And then doubly cool,
Cool. Okay. Almost at the end of chapter 6. And then doubly cool is you get to use the turret. That's enough of that.
And then doubly cool, you're able to use the turret that was used against you in the last arena. You're not bulletproof though, so I had to keep going on, and I was actually killed by an enemy at the last minute.
So that's like there.
You're not bulletproof though.
So this needs to go here. Extend that there.
And then doubly cool, you're able to use the turret that was used against you in the last arena. You're not bulletproof though, so I had to keep going on, and I was actually had to keep going though.
Cut that there. So I had to keep going on. That's what I say.
Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I don't know if they...
And then... Come on. There we go.
So I had to keep going on, and I was actually killed by an enemy at the last minute. I had to keep going on, and I was actually killed by an enemy at the last minute, which sucked. The checkpoint wasn't too bad though.
I can actually just show all of this because I imagine I respawn.
Which sucked. The checkpoint wasn't too bad though, and I was able to just quickly get back.
Like if I just extend all of, oh, nope.
Able to just quickly.
Like now, you see that I'm here. So this can go forward.
And I was able to just quickly get back into that room to look at a map on the wall. To that room to look.
Let me get into the room. Da room. There we go. And then I do a quick series of things.
I was able to just quickly get back into that room to look at a map on the wall. To look at a map. Quickly get back into that room to look at a map.
Okay, map on the wall.
That's fine. I can't. It's like a.
See if I can get that in before I pause it.
Room to look at a map on the wall. Survive a sneak attack by an enemy.
There we go. Okay. On your way back from the airport, we saw a Lamborghini and an entire military convoy. Wow, that's pretty fancy. Do you know what that was for, or did you get a chance? Did you get a peek inside of who was driving or anything? 'Cause that sounds pretty cool. And also, where did you go? What were you in an airport for? Or were you just coming back? Oh, right. I remember that. Excuse me. Cool. Well, I hope that went all right. I hope everything is okay. Yeah. Survive a sneak attack by an enemy.
The wall. Survive a sneak attack by an enemy. And an enemy.
Skip all of this.
Sneak on the wall. Survive a sneak attack by an enemy. And then skip a cutscene where Nate not only.
Then, oh. Completely forgot about this little segment. We'll do this.
Wait, that was not supposed to happen? Oh, that was supposed to happen. Okay, cool. All right. This chapter, chapter 7. Out of the frying pan.
Nate!
I think that's pretty much it.
Survive a sneak attack by an enemy. And then skip a cutscene where Nate not only gets captured, but rescued by Elena, who drives us into chapter 7.
So honestly, like right there. Oop, too much.
An enemy, and then skip a cutscene where Nate not only gets captured, but rescued by Elena, who drives us into chapter 7.
Then I die.
7. Out of the frying pan. This chapter, chapter 7. Out of... Out... Out...
Okay, so I say chapter 7 there.
Alright. This chapter, chapter 7. Chapter 7.
There we go. Let's do that. Let's do this. I like lining up whenever I say words. Just as a formality, you know. I don't have to do it. I just think it's cool.
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7.
So this is
Chapter 7.
right when I say chapter 7.
Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Chapter 7.
Okay. So now I need to do this. Let's cut it. Let's put it there, go there, and then do that. All of that just so that way they can say chapter 7
Oh,
at the
that
same
was supposed to
time.
happen. Okay, cool. Alright. This chapter, chapter 7. Out of the frying pan.
Okay, now let's mute that.
And then skip a cutscene where Nate not only gets captured, but rescued by Elena, who drives us into chapter 7.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. That is chapter 6 done. Wow. Because chapter 7 like technically starts there. Cool, man. Cool beans.
I have absolutely no idea how, mind you, so is to just like take out every enemy when you how, mind you, and I skip the cutscene into chapter 8.
All right, so chapter 8 is right there.
The cutscene into chapter 8.
So I only have, so we started here-ish. I'm pretty sure. We started about here, and now we are here. So we've done a good amount of work so far. In the, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes that I've been going, 30 to 45 minutes. I've done 2 full minutes of gameplay. But I mean, we've been talking and hanging out, so I get that it hasn't been like a full proper 45 minutes, but that's about how editing goes. Editing is about that slow. Oh my god, and in that whole time I didn't save. Okay. Okay, that's chapter 8. Where's chapter 9?
Into chapter 9. Chapter 9 does
That's chapter 9. Okay.
and then zip line all. This episode will not break.
That's the outro. Sitting at a little under 11 minutes or a little under 12 minutes right now. That's pretty good. It's going to get a little shorter, but it's also might get a little longer it's going to get a little shorter probably as I just cut down a bunch of stuff and find, the parts that I need to find. Like right now, again, I have this like 4-second gap to put footage in. So like it's obviously not going to be 4 seconds. It's going to be closer to this length or whatever. But I just want to make sure it's big and obvious for like my own editing. So that way when I see it, I don't just like skip over it. If it's only like that big, I probably would. But since it's a big 4-second gap, I see it. So like this is going to go down. And I had a couple of those in here. So it's going to go down a little bit, but then it's going to go up because, but then it's going to go up because I put in the reactions at the beginning of the clip of the video, like the couple like coming up reactions, and then there's a handful of bloopers that I put at the end too. So it might get a little longer, but it's definitely shaping up to be a very solid video so far, I think. Yeah. Okay. Just keep going, right? Let me just take a small break and check my phone. I like to do this about every hour, I feel like. Every 45 minutes to an hour, I try to. Just take a small break. When the autosave actually saves, yeah. Right. It's always nice when that happens, and you can resort back to it. Okay, but here's the thing, Cam. Here's the thing. So, if I just go into this and I go into autosave, like this is for the last video, do you see how it categorizes autosaves? Like Uncharted 1.2, yeah, I see that. I do not know what 70B814C799AE, like what all of that means. What I see is a bunch of numbers, and then I see the date that I did it and the time that it's done. So like 10:33 a.m. And then this autosave is at 10:39 a.m. So it's like, okay, that's 6 minutes later. And this one is at 10:45 a.m. So another 6 minutes later. So like, okay, so I could probably figure out where I am in the process based on these autosaves, but not from the numbers, not from how it's categorized. And let me just tell you, like, learning how to autosave or learning how to figure out your autosave system has saved me so many times, and it will probably save you too. That's it. Yeah. Obviously, I guess you don't really have to worry about that with video games because it just like does it. But if you're working in a program or something that has a weird autosave nomenclature, I just suggest learning it. Is there a way to do this on a PS5? Because that's what I plan and don't have a computer. That's what you play on and don't have a computer. Is there a way to autosave PS5? So yeah, PS5 autosaves. And you should be able to access it from settings and then storage. And then you should be able to it might give you an option for like local storage, which is like on your PlayStation, or cloud storage. And I guess it depends from there what you have your stuff saved on. They should be in sync though. Like that's like its whole purpose. And then yeah, you should be able to just kind of see your save files, your auto saves. Maybe not necessarily your auto saves, but definitely your save files if you've manually saved. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can't like name them, you can't do this like naming thing. But that's like where you should be able to find it at least, so that way you can familiarize yourself with its naming system. Because like I don't control what this is named, and I don't have time to go in and edit all of these names every time it autosaves. So it's easier to just learn how it autosaves and then like remember it. I'm just at the 1 hour mark. So I like to just go on a small break, usually just look at Reddit or my email, cookie clicker, and just hang out for a bit. Usually I'll get a snack or something. Best beatboxer in the world. Sorry if this sounds bad to you. I'm not trying to make it sound bad for you. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. I don't know if he's best in the world, simply because I can't really name any other beatboxers. But he's definitely a really good one. All right, let's knock out chapter 7, yeah? Oh my god. Excuse me. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here, being a part of this. It really means a lot to me that you're spending your time with me, and that we're all just able to hang out. And you get to see a little behind the scenes stuff, and I get to do stuff that I would ordinarily be doing. Chapter 7, here you go. All right. Yeah. Let's bang it out, right? It always takes a while to load.
Drive, I mean die immediately. This chapter was really brutal, and not in the usual, like, slow and painful, but kind of rewarding way. It was brutal in the I literally have no idea what I'm doing wrong way. My first strategy was to just keep shooting.
Yeah, I guess I can just extend this whole thing.
And by drive, I mean die immediately. This chapter was really brutal, and not in the usual, like...
Well. Turns out I die pretty soon after. Okay. So I want the death to happen there. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do... this. Let's do this. Oh, do not raise the volume of that, please. Christ. Let's do that. Let's bring all this up here. Cut that down. I said I wanted the death to be there. Like about there, yeah.
Cutscene where Nate not only gets captured, but rescued by Elena, who drives us into chapter 7. And by drive, I mean die
Yep, this whole thing now happens way too slowly.
us into chapter 7.
Yeah, the death needs to happen much sooner. Come on. Select all the stuff. There we go.
Attacked by an enemy, and then skip a cutscene where Nate not only gets captured but rescued by Elena, who drives us into Chapter 7.
Yep. Okay. Because now I can move this. Like, oh, nope. Like there.
Only gets captured but rescued by Elena, who drives us into Chapter 7. And by drive, I mean die immediately.
Yeah, that's good.
This chapter was really brutal, and not in the usual, like, slow and painful, but kind of rewarding way. It was brutal in the I literally have no idea what I'm doing wrong way. My first strategy was to just keep shooting, and shockingly, that doesn't work. It's by the time Death 600 rolls around.
Oh, that's like perfect timing, actually.
It's by the time.
Because by the time Death 600 rolls around is right there. And that's like when the clip ended. That was perfect. Cool. Man, I still gotta put in all the fucking audio things for it. The dings for every time I die. That's gonna suck. For the last episode, I had done it one at a time, like for every death. But I think that just sucked out a lot of time from me actually editing, because with every edit, I would make sure to have the sound effect, which is good for making sure that every death had a sound effect. Like I wouldn't miss one. But at the same time, it means like I kept going back and forth between editing to sound, editing to sound, editing to sound. So I was trying something different this time, where I'm just going to edit the whole thing and then put in those sound clips all at the end, which seemed like a good idea. But now it means that I have the possibility for just missing a bunch of deaths, and I don't intend to. But I feel like I'm also pretty good at this, so I don't think I'm going to like just be missing deaths willy-nilly, you know?
It's by the time Death 600 rolls around, and I still have no idea what I'm doing, that I find out that the turret also has grenades on it. That would have been nice to know like 10 deaths ago. Eventually, I do make it though, and I have absolutely no idea how.
Okay. What do I say there? Like what's the 226 is a funny reaction apparently. But I think that's like towards the end of this whole thing. Like there's no way I'm still at the start here. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. So let's go back to the beginning here somehow. 601, 600.
It has. Oh my god. I didn't know it had explosives. I was trying to aim. That's not an aiming button.
Okay.
It's by
Oh. It has.
Oh my god.
Oh. It has.
Oh my god.
I didn't know it had explosives. I was trying to aim.
By the time Death 600 rolls around, and I still have no idea what I'm doing, that I find out that the turret also has grenades on it. That would have been nice to know like 10 deaths ago.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that should go there. We can just reel this back.
And shockingly, that doesn't work. It's by the time Death 600 rolls around, and I still have no idea what I'm doing.
Except there's a death there. This is $5.99. No, this one. There we go.
That doesn't work. It's by the time Death 600 rolls around and I still have no idea what I'm doing that I find out that the turret also has grenades on it. That would have been nice to know like 10 deaths ago.
Yeah, because right here I would have been like, oh, it has.
Oh my god.
I didn't know it had explosives. It has- Oh, it has.
Oh my god.
I didn't know it had explosives.
yeah, I think that's funny. Okay. Yeah, we can go there. This fun little area. There we go. We can find.
I do make it though, and I have absolutely no idea how, mind you. So good luck if you ever try this yourself. Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks.
Okay. So that part doesn't last very long.
I didn't know it had explosives. That was supposed to just be like this fun little area.
Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip hands your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at you from the left. So like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy when you immediately see them and get the chance to, because this whole chapter really just feels like luck. Eventually, I do make it though.
Okay. We're so close. We're so close.
Jet ski with Elena. From here, you control chapter 8. Chapter 8 starts.
Oh, we're so close, y'all.
Also, just straight up, this bridge part.
Bridge part. Excuse me. Here we go. This is the bridge part. So we can just start here. Actually, no. What we're going to do is start here because these are all a lot closer. And I die, and there's the bridge again. I die, and there's a bridge again. And now I die, and there's a bridge again. Oh, wait, are these even closer together? Oh, these are all like back to back. Hell yeah. All right. It's like almost comical how many times I just die to this, you know?
If you ever tried this yourself, also just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip hands your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at you from the left. So like I died here.
Not as good as it could be. Should start there. So that way all of that gets put in.
Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip hands your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at you from the left. So like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy when you immediately see them and get the chance to, because this whole chapter really just feels like luck. Eventually I do make it though. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
that's good. Well,
There are still enemies coming at you.
like I'm dead there. So I might as well delete this part, put this in.
Coming at you from the left. So like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy when
There we go. Just make that seem a little choppier.
eventually I do make it.
Ooh, don't delete everything. That would suck. All right, how does this look?
No idea how, mind you. So good luck if you ever try this yourself. Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip pans your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at you from the left. So like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy when you immediately see them and get the chance to, because this whole chapter really just feels like luck. Eventually I do make it though. I have no idea how, mind you, and I skip the cutscene into chapter 8.
Okay, cool. I don't say when I finally make it on here, but that's fine. Well, it says I end on 6:38, so I imagine I make it on 6:38. If I were to use deductive reasoning. There, put that in.
This whole chapter really just feels like luck. Eventually I do make it though. I have no idea how, mind you, and I skip the cut and I skip
And then start there, do this. And actually, I'll just go through that whole thing because
and I skip the cutscene into chapter 8. Chapter 8 starts with, I think, the only little bit of water that you can safely swim in, which I guess is kind of cool. And then this first little arena
yeah.
that you can safely swim in, which I guess is kind of cool.
Oh, but I can just.
This is kind of cool. Guess is kind of cool. You can safely swim in, which I guess is kind of cool.
Yeah, so I guess that's fine.
A little bit of water that you can safely swim in, which I guess is kind of cool. And then this first little arena isn't difficult at all.
Cool. So where are we at, gang? We're at 121. Just finished chapter 7. Where does chapter 9 go?
Jet ski with Elena and make your way into chapter 9. Yeah, what a great way to.
I don't know, gang. I think if I do chapter 8, I should get a snack or something. But I don't know if I'll go through with chapter 9. As it is, I'm really glad with the progress we've made so far. And we've basically done, I mean, I've done 2 chapters today now, but I've done a chapter and a half on stream. It's like 5.5 minutes of footage. It's not bad. Let's just do this. Properties. Let's just make the whole thing negative 12. Just see if it sounds like if we can just like listen to it.
Oh, man. As I'm sure you can tell by my voice, I was not super confident going into this. And that's shown by the fact that this arena actually took 2 streams to complete. In the first stream, I tried for like an hour and made literally 0 progress. I think work that day was just like particularly rough or something, and I also stupidly decided to stream this game instead of a more relaxing game like, I don't know, Fortnite or something. This is gonna be a weird one.
Oh, and I guess I know what I could do.
Telling me, ask me. During
I'll
this
still
stream,
watch
I
this
literally
though.
look up a tutorial on how to complete this arena, and I still couldn't figure it out. So I had to take a break and come back later, and it proved to be hugely beneficial. From the first stream, I learned 2 things. First was that the shotgun is really ineffective at long ranges. Who would have guessed, right? But the second thing I learned was actually from the tutorial, and that was how to trigger the second wave without dying immediately, which was nice. What I did was I would take out the first 2 guys, then I would line up my headshots and take out the top 2 guys, run into this room to grab some ammo and grenades, then I would run up these stairs, and instead of turning left, I would jump right and run back into this room. I'd still get hit occasionally, but it wasn't that bad. From there, I was able to use a thing called active or alternative cover, and that like changed everything. I took out those top 3 guys, easy peasy, collected their ammo, turned the wheel to unlock this previously gated off area, and start some light platforming. At least platforming doesn't innately kill you. Ha! Good pun, past me. Except it totally does. Oh, okay. Once you get past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and find these keys conveniently on some rope for you to get back down. And what you're supposed to do is go to this door that, again, conveniently has 2 large keys on it. But I couldn't figure that out as a kid, like years ago, and I remember just like running around this arena for like 30 minutes before figuring that out.
Need to fix the green screen a little bit.
Did that happen to any of y'all? Did anyone else also get lost on this section when this
But overall, I think it looks pretty good.
Let me know in the comments below. Once you do go through the door, though, you're greeted by the classic Naughty Dog stun of a long, meaningless hallway with ammo at the end. Oh, look, it's just I wonder what that could lead to. Oh, that's right, more death. Thanks, turret guy, for reminding me. I tried taking cover, and that didn't really work. So I tried taking alternative cover farther back, and that also didn't. Wow. Eventually, though, I rolled to this first barricade, and that's when I saw a grenade launcher with exactly 1 round in it, and I knew exactly what to do with that. There we go. Okay. So that becomes the new plan, but I still have no idea how to get through the rest of the enemies that are still coming in. After a few more deaths, I see something shiny coming from this alcove on the right, and that's when I realized that it's a fresh West 44. I'm able to rotate between these 3 weapons to take out the remaining enemy, being sure to use the West 44 at the very end to just like guarantee the end of the arena. Then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to aim to take out enemies down, which is super cool. And then doubly cool, you're able to use the turret that was used against you in the last arena. You're not bulletproof though, so I had to keep going on, and I was actually killed by an enemy at the last minute, which sucked. The checkpoint wasn't too bad though, and I was able to just quickly get back into that room to look at a map on the wall, survive a sneak attack by an enemy, and then skip a cutscene where Nate not only gets captured, but rescued by Elena, which drives us into chapter 7. And by drive, I mean die immediately. Never mind. This chapter 7 was out of the frying, and not the usual like slow and painful, like kind of rewarding way. It was brutal in the I literally have no idea what I'm doing. The point is to actually. My first strategy was to just keep shooting.
I think I can do a like literally have no idea what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing? What was that? That was on 590. Do I have that in my reactions thing?
What am I doing?
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Okay.
And shockingly, that doesn't work. It's by and by drive, I mean die immediately. This
Chapter
chapter
7,
was
Out of
really
the
brutal,
Brine.
and not the usual like slow and
What am I
painful,
doing?
but kind of rewarding way. It was brutal in the I literally have no idea what I'm doing.
The point is to actually reach
My first strategy was to just keep shooting, and shockingly,
kills
that
you
doesn't work.
instantly.
It's by the time Death 600 rolls around, and I still have no
don't
idea
need to
what
hold
I'm
it.
doing, that I find out that the turret
work.
also has grenades on it. That would have been nice to know like 10 deaths ago.
It has. I didn't know it had explosives.
Eventually, I do make it
supposed to
though,
be
and I
like
have
this
absolutely
fun.
no idea how, mind you. So good luck if you ever try this
fun
yourself.
little
Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip pans your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies
such a
coming
whip
at you
turn.
from
Like,
the
it
left.
just
So
turns
like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy when you immediately
I
see
can't.
them.
I
Get the chance
do
to.
not have the
Because
ability to.
this whole chapter really just feels like luck. Eventually, I do make it though. I have no idea how, mind you, and I skip the cutscene into chapter 8. Chapter 8 starts with I think the only little bit of water that you can safely swim in, which I guess is kind of cool. And then this first little arena.
I think it looks pretty good, gang. I think that is looking pretty good. I don't know if I have it in me to do chapter 8 and chapter 9, but what I do want to try to get done is fixing up some of this green screen.
Oh man.
As I'm sure you can tell by my voice, I was not super confident going into this.
Alright.
And that's shown by the fact that this arena actually took 2 streams.
So if I go here and I go to, well, let's make this a little bigger. Have this near effects. There we go, effects. If I'm here, it's opacity, mask. Just move the whole mask over. Then move the whole thing over. So we're at 200 on the left side. Left, 200. Okay. I have a little whiteboard here where I make little notes for myself for my edits. So that way I don't have to like try to remember everything. Or like take pictures of a bunch of stuff. I used to do that. I used to take pictures of everything and that didn't really work.
To complete. In the first stream, I tried for like an hour and made literally 0 progress. I think work that day was just like particularly rough or something, and I also stupidly decided to stream this game.
Oh. Yeah, so I can actually just move this. Whole thing over a bit more. There we go.
Instead of a more relaxing to stream this game, instead of a more
Oh. Don't want to show that though.
really rough or something, and I also stupidly decided to stream this game instead of a more relaxing.
Damn. There's not an easy way for me to fix that.
Stupidly decided to stream this game instead of a more relaxing game like, I don't know, Fortnite or something.
But I like
No,
that Fortnite joke.
Fortnite.
Scale. 125. 150. Not sure. Let's see if ChatGPT knows this. 1.1 to 1.3 is usually a sweet spot. 1.1 is subtle, good for dry and deadpan jokes. The slight zoom follows like a camera. Self-aware joke should be about 120. Okay.
No, Fortnite or something.
Yeah, okay. So if my eyes are here, now they're here, so let's position, great.
I don't know, Fortnite or something. This is gonna be a weird one to edit later. Yeah, you're telling.
This should be at 200. Opacity, mask. Move that over.
Me past me. During the stream, I literally had to look up a tutorial on how to complete this arena.
So, like, just how many of these do I gotta do to 200? Because I can just copy and paste that.
Come back later and that proved to be hugely beneficial. From the first stream, I learned two things. First was that the shotgun is really ineffective, like a long
Probably
range,
for, like, all of
I
this.
guessed, right? But the second thing I learned was actually from the tutorial, and that was how to trigger the second wave without like dying immediately, which was nice. And that was
Pause, please. Thank you. 200. There we go. And I'll probably just have to move the green screen over still too, but can do all that after this. There we go. Now at least it's all
couldn't figure it out.
in the right
So
space.
I had to take a break. Yeah, you're telling me past me. During the stream, I literally had to look up a tutorial on how to complete this arena, and I still couldn't figure it out. So I had to take a break and come back later, and that proved to be hugely beneficial.
Let's move the mask over. Move the mask over. Move the mask over. Honestly, I kind of like it on this side for the other side.
Past me. During the stream, I literally had to look up a tutorial on how to complete this arena, and I still couldn't figure it out. So I had to take a break.
So if it's not at 200, where do we want it at? One, 133. That's pretty good. I feel like. So like 200. I'm like one knuckle away. 1133. I'm just over a knuckle away. All right. What's 1144?
Welcome back.
That's terrific. That's not what I wanted at all. 1144. Just have it there, actually, yeah. So what, does 200 put me right there? Yeah, 200 basically has me right there. Actually, 250. Okay. 250 is slightly better, just so that way if it crops. Sorry, yeah, I have the safety like screen up. So we should have this at 250. And then probably what? What did I say? $1,200. Okay. That is easy. Which means, yes, I do have to change all of these again.
You can tell by my voice.
My eyes. Well, 200 actually looked good here, so
I don't know, Fortnite or something.
we'll see. We'll just see.
This is gonna be a weird one to edit later. Yeah, you're telling me.
There. Now he's over here.
And I still couldn't figure it out. So I had to take a break and come back later, and that proved to be hugely beneficial. From the first stream, I learned.
That's 1,200. 1,200. Oh, that was scale. My bad.
Me past me. During the stream, I literally had to look up a tutorial on how to complete this arena, and I still couldn't figure it out. So I had to take a break and come back later, and that proved to be hugely beneficial. From the first stream, I learned two things. First was that the shotgun is really ineffective. Two things. First was that the shotgun is really ineffective at long ranges. Who would have guessed, right? But the second two things. First was
Okay. This is at 1,200 and mask pull here is 1,200 mask pull.
that the shotgun is really ineffective. Two things. First was First was
I'm trying to think if I should try to do that, what I did from like the very first video here, where I like zoomed in a bunch. How did that like look in my first video? I don't even remember. content. Just turn sound off. Okay, so I did just it was just a close up of like my entire body just for right there. But I had done it with, I would need to be on this side for it, which isn't really what I'm doing right now.
Was that the shotgun is effective. Gun is really ineffective at long ranges. Who would have guessed, right?
And then this is not scale position 1/200. It's 120. So my eyes are there, and then there. So let's that over, move that down slightly.
Who would have guessed, right? But the second thing I learned was actually from the tutorial, and that was how to trigger the second wave without dying immediately. So I would take out the first two.
Okay.
But the second thing I learned was actually from the tutorial, and that was
I like that I'm here now. Let's move that over.
the second wave without dying immediately, which was nice. What I did was I would take out the first
Here we go. Mask. Pull over.
two guys, then I would line up my headshots and take out the top two guys, run into this room to grab some ammo and grenades. Then I would run up these stairs, and instead of turning left, I would jump right and run back into this room. I'd still get hit occasionally, but it wasn't
Ooh.
that bad. From there, I was able to but it wasn't that bad. From there, I was able to use a thing called active or alternative cover, and that like changed everything. I took out those top three guys. To their ammo, turn the wheel to unlock this previously gated off area, and start some light platforming. At least platforming doesn't innately kill you. Ah, good pun, past me. Except it totally
This whole thing would be better if I was 200, and if I moved the mask over.
kill you. Ah, good pun, past me. Except it totally does. Oh, okay. Once you get past that, though,
200 mask.
once you get past that, though, you're able to climb up this tower and find these keys conveniently on some rope for you to get back down. And what you're supposed to do is go to this.
This is at 1200. Maybe not that far because I need to do that.
Do is go to this door that again conveniently has two large keys on it. But I couldn't figure that out as a kid, like years ago.
This is at 1110.
Keys on it. But I couldn't figure that out as a kid, like years ago. And I remember just like running around this arena for like 30 minutes before figuring that out. I don't know why. Did that happen?
1110 mask 1110 mask.
Lost on this section when this
1110 mask.
game first came out? Let me know in the comments below. Once you that out, I don't know why. Did that happen to any of y'all? Did anyone else also get
Let's up this one to 130. Let's do 130 there too. So my eyes are there. Okay, I don't know why it's being weird now. So let's do 998. 592.
Did that happen to any of y'all? Did anyone else also get lost on this section when this game first came out? Let me know in the comments below. Once
So that green screen looks bad. What is going on here? Can I... No, not really. Let's try 30. Is that bad?
get lost on this section when this game first came out? Let me know in the comments below. Once you do go through the door.
So like, would 30 look good here?
Through the door though, you're greeted by the classic Naughty Dog stun of a long...
It definitely is helping the green around my hair a lot actually, so... Guess that's something I gotta fix now. Okay, so I'll do green screen composite 30, and then I'll do that. Wait, how far did we make it in chapter 6?
Before figuring that out, I don't know why. Did that
Wow,
happen to
we're
any
actually
of
pretty
y'all?
far.
Did anyone else also get lost on this section when this game first came out? Let me know in the comments below. Once you do go through the door though, you're greeted by the classic Naughty Dog...
Yeah, okay, wow. It kind of just occurred to me like how far into chapter 6 we've made it. Okay.
section when this game first came out? Let me know in the comments below. Once you do go through the door though, you're greeted by the classic...
This should be 200, 250. Mask, move.
classic Naughty Dog stun of a long, meaningless hallway with ammo at the end. Oh look, it's just... I wonder what that could lead to. Oh, that's right.
200, mask, move. 200, mask, move.
Oh, that's right. More death. Thanks, Turret Guy, for reminding me. I tried taking cover, and that didn't really work.
Whoa.
So I tried taking alternative cover farther back, and that also didn't really work. Eventually, though, I rolled to this first barricade, and that's when I saw a grenade launcher with exactly one round in it, and I knew exactly what to do with that. There we go. Okay. So that becomes the new plan, but I still have no idea how to get through the rest of the enemies that are still coming in.
I think this should be at 1200.
Okay. So that becomes the new plan, but I still have no idea how to get through the rest of the enemies that are still coming in. After a few more deaths, I see something shiny coming from this alcove on the right, and that's when I realize that it's a fresh West 44. I'm able to rotate between these three weapons to take out the remaining enemy. Being sure to use the West 44 at the very end to just like guarantee the end of the arena. Then you go.
Okay. And then here, 200.
Then you go through this hallway that you don't even have to aim to take out enemies down, which is super cool. And then doubly cool, you're able to use the turret that was used against you in the last arena. Fun to do. You're not bulletproof though, so I had to keep going on, and I was actually killed by an enemy at the last minute, which sucked. The checkpoint wasn't too bad though, and I was able to just quickly get back into that room.
Also, this should probably be at 250, I just realized. There we go.
Bad though, and I was able to just quickly get back into that room to look at a map on the wall, survive a sneak attack by an enemy, and then skip a cutscene where Nate not only gets captured, but rescued by Elena, who drives us into chapter 7. And by drive, I mean die immediately. Never mind. This chapter 7 out of the frying, and not drive, I mean die immediately. Never mind.
That can go to 200. Oh, that is too much. 250. That is not enough. Come on. There we go. Mask.
I mean die immediately. Never mind. This chapter 7 out of the frying, and not the usual.
This can actually be at there. Is 1200 still good? Not really. 1300. That's pretty good. Okay. So it's actually just going to keep changing. That's great. Move the mask there. Let's also have this at 130. Let's have you at 1300. The mask there. And now my eyes are here. Let's do this, do that. Boop. Boop. Okay.
And by drive, I mean die immediately. Never mind. This chapter 7 out of the frying, and not the usual like slow and cool, like kind of rewarding way. It was brutal in the I literally have no idea what I'm being pointed at. My first strategy was to
Okay, 1300. Mask. Whoop. Pull.
just keep shooting, and shockingly, that doesn't work. It's by the time death 600 rolls around, and I still have no idea what I'm doing, that I find out that the turret also has grenades on it. That would have been nice to know like 10 deaths ago.
It has. I didn't know it had explosives.
Eventually, I do make it though, and I have absolutely no idea how.
Position. Not 200, 1300. I think this whole thing is going to be at 1300 because of that bridge part, so I'm just preemptively. Well, we'll see with that one.
Eventually, I do make it though, and I have absolutely no idea how, mind you. So good luck if you ever try this yourself. Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip hands your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at yourself. Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip hands your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at you from the left. It just turns. So like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy.
No, damn it. The other one was better. What was it? 350? Of course, it's like every time I try to be smart and try to anticipate.
If you ever try this yourself. Also, just straight up, this bridge part sucks because it whip hands your screen to the right, even though there are still enemies coming at you from the left. It just turns. So like I died here a lot. My only tip is to just like take out every enemy when you immediately see them. I get the chance to not because this whole chapter really just feels like luck. Eventually, I do make it though. I have no idea how. Find you and then skip the cutscene into chapter 8. Chapter 8 starts with I think the
Cool. Cool. And now I'll do the midpoint for this. Control C. V. And now I have to do this to every single one. So opacity is there. Midpoint 30. This is going to be a very slow process, but I think it is ultimately going to be very beneficial. Very beneficial? I'm not sure actually. Beneficial to a degree? Yes, definitely. I think doing the midpoint on this only helps a little bit, but I think in the areas it does help. It helps a lot. It's just that it's hard to notice because you only really see it when my green screen self is like against a dark background. I'm trying to keep the ultra key hidden like that, so that way, or like, you know, keep it small like that, you know, so that way like I know that it's done, and it keeps things a little more organized. There we go. This is gonna suck a little bit. Okay, 4 minutes through. Making progress, making good progress. We're almost at the end of chapter 7 here, which is nice. 5.5 minutes into this video. There we go. And then all of these, what I should do is open the opacity one, so that way I know that, you know, I still need to do the mask on it. Looks like the opacities are already open for all of these. That's a big paragraph, but here we are already at 7:45. Oop, not crop bottom. See, like, look at all this extra green that's like floating around here. And then I go ultra key and midpoint 30. Tightens that right up. That's really nice. In this way, by doing this for all the stuff I haven't done yet, like this entire end part of the video, whenever I cut cut this up, it'll already have it, so I don't have to ever like do this again. There we go. That's the video. That didn't take too long. Delete that or erase that. And yeah, okay. Oh, save. That's the important part. I think we made good progress. Made really good progress. And I'm gonna call it there. I think that this has been good. I'll probably be on tomorrow to do the rest of it. At least get chapter 8 and 9 done. But I think this was really good. And this was a really good session, really good progress. And yeah, thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you next time. Hope you see the video whenever it comes out. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel or subscribe to my YouTube to follow that. And follow me on socials if you want. I post there pretty frequently, and also to advertise when my videos go up. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay awesome. Stay awesome. See ya.